Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising, and it's the weekly reading for the week of August 26th to September the 1st. So Libra, new format here this week. What we have is we have a Oracle card, Trust the Niggle. We have energies leaving, competing, or transitioning. We have Justice and the Wheel of Fortune, a very powerful combination. Focus energies this week, we have the Three of Cups clarified with the Eight of Swords. And coming in towards the end of the week, we have the Moon and the Tower. So pretty powerful, significant reading here for you, Libra. You know, the amount of major arcana usually indicates, you know, how significant the reading is. And we have 4 major arcana, and they are not subtle cards either. So let's begin at the start here, Libra, with your the Oracle card, which is kind of like the theme for this reading for you this week. So the Oracle card is Trust the Niggle. What is that niggling feeling trying to tell you? So I'm just going to read that one out for you. That niggling feeling, that annoying niggling feeling, that inconvenient, annoying niggling feeling. Try as you might, it's there, and it isn't going anywhere. Most people spend years ignoring their niggling feelings, throwing their best of stubbornness, ego, and post-rationalization to numb them out. It's exhausting, and until you face that niggle, life just throws you more bait to awaken it, to draw your attention to the light within you that is bursting to come out. The niggle is an arrow pointing to what is standing in your way, the relationship, the conversation, the decision, the shift that needs to be made, the stone in your shoe. So there's a bit more to it, but I won't read the rest out. So basically it's really talking about, you know, that feeling that you might feel intuitively, that feeling you might feel in your gut, that something just isn't right. And you might have been carrying this around with you for quite a long period of time. You know, I think if you really tune into yourself, most of us can feel when something is a little bit off. It might be a person that's a little bit off, like a friendship, somebody that maybe you have a feeling is talking bad about you behind your back. It might be in a workplace situation where you feel like the organization, your manager, maybe your colleagues don't have your best interests at heart. Is it a relationship that you feel just, you know, isn't quite fulfilling you on all the levels that you need? Maybe you don't feel, you know, you don't have the emotional connection that you truly desire. Whatever it is, it's a general reading. You'll know what it is for you. But that niggling feeling is that feeling, that little voice in your head, which is often your higher self, by the way, that feeling in your gut, and whatever you can, you know, you do, it's just always there and you can't quite shake it. Well, you know, if you've been feeling that about a certain situation, and this reading is for you, and I really feel like this week is when this kind of comes to light and you decide to actually take some action on it, or yeah, we do see the Tower here. The universe may just do that for you. So, you know, I think it is time for you to bring this to justice, Libra. You know, this is energies leaving, completing, or transitioning here. So for some of you, you might be sort of in the process now where this kind of niggling feeling can no longer be contained, and it's literally you're at the stage where you actually have to tell the person, you have to take action to remove yourself from the situation. It's really it's the coming out of it. You know, we have Justice here, Libra. This is your card. So we really have you in your seat of power here, you know, holding a sword of victory and demanding that, you know, your life, your situation is brought back into balance. You know, so justice appears when a modification needs to happen. You know, something needs to give, basically, because you're the one that's been sacrificing for such a long time. And I really feel that, you know, if you were to keep on sacrificing, then you're actually, you know, hurting yourself. You're the one that's losing out. It could even be affecting you on a physical level, because as we know, when we don't sort of follow our intuition, if we don't do things that are in our highest and best interest, sometimes it can even manifest into physical illness, stress-related symptoms and that kind of thing. So the Wheel of Fortune has come in along with Justice this week, or in the recent past. So some of you might just be entering this energy. Some of you may have already, you know, brought it to light and had the conversation, revealed this niggling feeling, or some of you are in that now. But what the universe, destiny, karma is saying to you is that the time is now right for you to bring this to justice, to bring this back into balance, to come out about this and to, you know, to resolve it, because this is not in your highest interest, and it's time for you to move on to bigger and better things, basically. So Wheel of Fortune, it talks about karmic completion, end of a karmic contract. You might have had a karmic contract with somebody in this situation, that friend, that partner, that boss, that mentor, but that's complete now, and you've learned what you needed to learn from that situation. It's time to walk away with your head held high, not try and stay in something longer than, what is really, longer than the time frame that it had on it. So Wheel of Fortunes come in to turn the wheel, to shift your luck, to end the cycle for you, because it's now the beginning of something bigger and better for you. So, focus energies this week. We have the Three of Cups clarified with the Eight of Swords. So, threes are about manifesting new opportunities, new beginnings. So I really feel that by bringing out this thing into the open, whatever it is, a conversation, that resolution, bringing that to light, through doing that, you will feel quite liberated. You'll get that sense of relief, and you'll then be able to actually just clear a little bit of space to start manifesting something new. And what we need to really make sure, when we start to kind of have these changes, these shifts, is that we don't sort of fall back into that kind of feeling of guilt. You may need to hurt another party in order to bring this to light. You might be even resolving a relationship. You might be leaving a job and you feel like you're letting down your team. You may need to have an honest and frank discussion with a close friend. And it's likely that that could actually make you feel a little bit guilty, a little bit, it's that feeling of being trapped, really. And also, there is the possibility that some of you, know that you need to do this, you need to bring it to light. The wheel has changed, the conditions are right for that, but you still haven't made the move, and potentially you are choosing to not sort of see the situation, to not see what it is, to stuff back down that niggling feeling. So we really need to bring it to light. The message with the Eight of Swords here is that, the path is actually clear, and you can walk out of that should you choose to, use these swords to cut off these bindings, to release the blindfolds. It's saying that the time really is right, and through doing that, then you'll truly be able to, celebrate a new harvest, to manifest a new beginning. It's that kind of energy. Now, towards the end of the week, look, I really just feel here, Libra, if you don't do it, then the universe will do it for you. That's what I'm seeing here with the very powerful energies that are coming in here. Yes, we have the Tower, and I just wanted to discuss these ones first because we have the Moon and the Nine of Pentacles clarified with the Tower. So what this is saying to me is really that this, whatever it is that you've been suppressing, the situation you haven't been ending, that niggling feeling that you've been ignoring, well, what it has been doing is it's been holding you back from achieving, the best that you could in your life. I really feel like there's something that, under that moon energy that you haven't quite been seeing for exactly how it is. Somebody could even have been a little bit deceptive towards you, but, in your gut, you've felt the truth and you've known this. Well, it's really time to resolve it. If you don't feel like you want to have the conversation with this person, then potentially just walk away, be the one to resolve and end the situation, because the moon can talk about things that are sort of going on behind the shadows. So it's quite possible that there could be something that hasn't been fully revealed to you, but it's also very possible that under that Tower energy the universe is actually going to bring this out into the light for you. But it is time for this to happen, Libra, because I really feel it's been holding you back from, let's say, living your best life. That Nine of Pentacles, from really having everything that you deserve, having that quality in your life, being in your power, being self-sufficient, from building real abundance. In some way, I feel like it's been holding you back from that. Now, the Tower, yes, the Tower does come in sometimes. We need to remember that it is a blessing in disguise. If you have been ignoring the niggling feeling for some time, if you don't take action and you truly are, not on your life path that's serving your highest purpose, then sometimes the universe comes in with the Tower moment to actually kind of not so gently get you back onto your path. So that's the way that it is actually a blessing in disguise. Tells you that the situation is built on a shaky foundation, and in your gut you know it. So it's time for it to actually collapse, for the truth to be revealed. The Tower moment can be a revelation of truth, seeing things for exactly, how they are. It can be, in a situation that kind of implodes or explodes, an argument, that type of thing. And it can make you feel quite chaotic for a while, but we have to remember that, once the tower falls, there will be that period of calm afterwards. There might be a little bit of rubble for a period of time, but this is the way to actually get to, your best path, because the previous situation was no longer a fit anymore. We have a round crown perched on a square tower there, and it sort of only took a bolt of lightning to bring it down. And I think you've known this for quite a while. So even though a tower moment can seem kind of disruptive and in some ways destructive and chaotic, know that this is for your greater good. And I think that you actually, you will actually feel a sense of relief from this. It's quite possible that if you're the one that has been, honest and true throughout this whole situation, you may be the tower, and it might be the other people around you in the situation that are actually going to fall. So I would not fear the tower. It's really here for your greatest good. So Libra, here we have it. We have a situation coming to light. We have the end of that niggling feeling. We have something, it's time for it to bring it to justice so that we can then move on, manifest new beginnings, and basically that wheel is turning in your favor. And don't fear the tower moment if it occurs for you this week. So Libra, that's what I have for you. Keep in mind it is a general reading. It won't necessarily resonate with every Libra out there, and I'll be back next week for another reading with you.